Hopefully it works. Hey, Ritter. What happened? I don't know. YouTube issue, I think. My internet seems to be working just fine. So I think it was an issue connecting to YouTube. Yeah, seems to be working. I just opened a random video on YouTube on my phone and it worked. So yeah, Uncle Buck, hey tourist. How is it? 20 something. Currently 24, which is not too bad, but still pretty bad. I think it might have been 30 earlier. So yeah, it's cooled off a little bit for now. Probably gonna get hot again soon. Hey, Vena. Yeah, Monday it's supposed to be back up to 30. Thursday isn't gonna be Thursday. Luckily, looks like it's not gonna be too bad. So yeah. Today had a high of 33. Went bowling. Nice. Tomorrow has a high of 29. Thursday has a high of 20, which is nice for me because that's the day where I actually have to be doing things. How was your score, Vanna? Does your room stay cool? No. Hey, Sar. You're really bad. Nice. 30 Celsius in your house. I will say, because I'm upstairs, my room does feel hotter. Something that bugs me. Why is it heat that has to rise? Why can't the cold air rise instead? Why can't it be that heat sinks and cold air rises? I can stay warm when it's cold. How often do you leave your room? Very rarely. I mean, go to the bathroom throughout the day, throughout the night. But as far as like how often like I actually actively leave, rarely. I like to walk all over my house for absolutely no reason. I'm lazy. I like to I like to sit. Barometric pressure. I mean, it's probably something like that. I mean, it's physics. Yeah, the way the weather changes, like the way like the hot air rises, cold air sinks. That happens because of physics. But it sucks. Moisture. Well, I mean, it's just like because of the way that molecules react to temperature. You know, heat causes molecules to become more active. Cold causes them to become less active. So that's why it happened. But why can't physics work differently? Stupid physics. I was getting around. I used to think it was God because God was having a shower. Could be, could be. Any news about the election in New York? Just curious. Doesn't look like there's results are out just yet. Thunder meant he went bowling. He was bowling too. No, Thunder was him farting. Thunder was his farts. New York, New York City. I'm curious about. I was curious if there's any result yet. I think too early for. Yeah, 54% of the vote in. So still, hey, Missy, watching your video. Nice. Yeah, Tuesday. First choice results will be released Tuesday. And then July 1st for ranked choice results. Wait, today's Tuesday. Why did I forget that today's Tuesday? Mondani does have the lead right now. Good to see that. Just looking on the CNN, I'm just looking on the CNN website, just because, and it does show Mondani with pretty good lead with 54% of the vote in. I do hope he wins. It'd be nice for New York to have a mayor who isn't really shitty. And Andrew Cuomo is exceptionally shitty. So. Oh, you're alone at work again, Jordan? Nice, nice. At least it's quiet. At least it'd be quiet for you. Oh, actually, wait, no, because it means you have more work, doesn't it? Steve Kornacki with MSNBC probably has a whole static board going. I had fun, but my back shoulder hurts. Busy as shit. I meant like, hey, at least I don't have annoying coworkers to deal with, but yeah, left to eat a cupcake. Fair enough. Hey, Karu. A statistic board. By the way, Karu drew a picture of me. My portrait. Make that your PFP. I probably should, frankly. Yeah. Thank you very much, Karu. Bill Clinton says Andrew Cuomo has the sexual misconduct skills to become president someday. So lifelike indeed. Interior interview for Judge Moore. Ooh, nice. Damn. Nah, I don't really. I don't like metal now. I hope you get it, Karu. Good luck with it. Oh, you have to be on all day, Jordan. Yeah. I'm grabbing a freezy. And turning up my fan, I think. Put my fan on 2. Does Buttercup come back in? I forget if Buttercup is back in here. It's the flesh-colored one that Buttercup loves so much. Oh, hey, Chantel. Rice mukbang? No. Monster at the End of the Story. I have read that, Vanna. I loved that one as a kid. I had that. I had that book, and I loved it as a kid. It's a great one. It's one of the best. It's one of the best kids books ever. Genuinely one of the best kids books of all time. Scared of that book? Hey, Larry. But no, Chantel, no rice mukbang. I always make my dinner after my streams. It's usually like 11 or so that I actually make my dinner. Flesh up. It's the flesh one, Buttercup. It's supposed to be, hey Julia, it's supposed to be watermelon. So it's like the coloration is supposed to like be reminiscent of the inside of a watermelon. Yum freezies, yep. Which one was that work freezing? Screaming? Yep. Now, you'll just have to rewatch. You'll just have to watch Chantel's stream after I finish mine. Once I finish, you can go back and watch Chantel's. Get her some views. Get her some money. Watch the highlights. The Smokey in the glove box. No, I think it was this. I think we established earlier that Smokey went to live in northern Manitoba as a husky. For some of the rural communities up there. It was just scratch. I mean, sometimes I get into an itch in my ear and I would hope not when you're typing. I mean, houses aren't cheap. People are crazy. Yep. Yep, there's a handful of utterly fucking horrible people out there. There are unfortunately people who only feel joy when they're making the world a worse place. Angela. Happened. Chantel got doxxed. Yeah, those people are just... they're miserable little shits who... Hey, Tanya. Miserable little shits who genuinely want to reduce the amount of happiness in the world. Like, that is their greatest goal in life, is to make the world a less happy place. And the world would be better off if those people just stopped being alive. That's grift, yeah. I kind of wish I was the grifting sort. I wish I had that in me, but I don't. Hey, Mello. Wrote buckle today from the intense heat. Yeah. Two Friends t-shirts? Really? Weird thing to get shirt of, but okay. With the Dukes of Hazzard cars going airborne. Okay, yeah. Yes, so shitty, Jenna. But hey, at least some executives are going to get bonuses. Just think of the executives, Jenna. They need their bonuses. Tired of heat? Yeah. I'm getting merged with the corporate company, and it's all shit, but they cut my pay $2. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's so some rich people can make a little extra money. It's mostly Matthew Perry 11. Didn't he say that there were entire seasons of that show that he had absolutely no memory of making? Hey, Elmer. They have moths flying out of my wallet. Yeah. All the SDCC stuff dropped. Anything interesting from it, Larry? I never pay attention to anything out of SDCC. Twin Peaks? I have not. Said he didn't watch the doctor was discharged with death. Oh, I was unaware of that part. Yeah, I feel like part of why I kind of like never really paid that much attention to SDCC is because like I'm a comic book fan, and it's been a very long time since San Diego Comic Con was actually about comics. Gem Doll box set, Rainbow Bright, Strawberry Shortcake, Popple, Popples. I had a Popple when I was a kid. $600. I'll be honest. There are some there are some artists I'd love to commission art for, and like doing that, I could probably spend like $600 easily. What would you have? I believe it might have been baseball. I'm glad you explained SDCC. Yeah, San Diego Comic Con. Yeah, I believe I had the baseball popple. Popples are the absolute shit. Making rice. Nice, nice. Didn't see a pound puppy. I've seen them reissued classic style and Target end caps. Pink and purple one. Party popple. I wonder if I should watch that latest Strawberry Shortcake series. Oh hey, Ashley Ball did the theme song. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, she voiced a lot of characters in My Little Pony. I did not realize that she voiced so many people in that show. Yeah, congrats. Cool for her getting to compose the theme song for the Strawberry shortcake relaunch. Dolls smells so good still. Hi, Chris. Sopranos. Eh. Libman and Saint Germain both did voices for the most recent Strawberry Shortcake. Oh, Daniel Ingram was one of the composers, so that's honestly kind of a note in its favor. Jellycat stuffies. Yeah, reviews seem to be pretty middling. Still, I might watch it. Once I finish My Little Pony, I watch that one. Pick up the shrimp. Jellycat shrimp. Sheldon shrimp. Not gonna lie, kind of creepy. I find it kind of creepy, if I'm honest. Secret lair. And all right, I'll look up some of the other ones, Drew. Looks like you're flesh freezy. Look at the big head. Yeah, secret lair. Our secret lair will be in your mom's cooch because no one's looked in there for 20 years. Hi-oh. Pistachio. Get it every Saturday morning by my dad. Baguette. Oh, here was your mom's cooch. Pretzel. No secret layer building there. Another honeycomb hideout. Here's one that I should get Chantel. How big are these things? Good question. Not very. This pickle is it 3 inches by 6 inches by an inch and a half. Jellycat is overpriced. Freaking love pickles. They last forever on like cheap shit. Storm clouds. They're not animals. Presumably objects. This? You think this one is me? This is what I look like to you? I'll start my dentist appointment. Ooh, nice. Oh no. Storm cloud. This one. Anyway. For the record, I shan't be buying myself any of those. Games to die with all my original teeth like my grandma did. Anyway, did they did they give you like a did they give you a sucker afterwards? Were you allowed to take something from like the toy box? They're amazing. They're a bit small for me to spend that much money on. Like that pickle, it showed a comparison like next to a phone, average phone size. It's like way smaller than a phone. Rachel and Dentist had a big giraffe bowl full of toys. They they make normal size ones? Yeah. Either way, I don't think that I will be buying one. Until I was in my 20s, and it just seemed embarrassing once I hit 30. Bossy flesh color. It's more like the inside of someone else. What, you mean my Freezy? You're talking about my Freezy Red Room? Which I know I got a young guy that replaced him. I think my old dentist might be dead. Pretty sure I heard somewhere that he died. Don't appreciate you sucking on that. So, you know, history and dinner. Yeah, I finished my Freezy a while ago. I don't appreciate you sucking on that. I do. That's what she said. I don't appreciate you sucking on that, said no man ever. That's the Freezy. Well, you can always go back and rewatch it later, Sar. Making dinner. Cool. Anything interesting for dinner? Macaroni? Not really. Sucking on strawberry shortcake flavored pretzel sticks. Hamburger. I do like hamburgers. Plain boy. Well, you put ketchup, mustard, some other toppings. Go Beach serial killer documentary. Gotta drag stuff out. I just want to see the inside of the dude's house and what his family has to say. I mean, they gotta drag. You can't just go right to the stuff that people want to see, because then they'll stop watching. Yeah, if you go right to the stuff that people are there for, they won't watch the whole thing. And I got from the Gangnam store in Chicago. I see the emo lady skip. Yeah. Dragging stuff out is something that I. It's a thing that I hated about a lot of game shows. Yeah, like the good thing about like Jeopardy never bothered with that. I mean, Jeopardy, they had to get through the questions quickly, so they never bothered dragging shit out. But a lot of game shows, they love dragging shit out. Case in Texas, the high school killed, stabbed another one and killed him. Uh, I might have. I don't know. I don't think I heard about it. I don't think I did hear about it. Church as an adult. Killer's black and victim white. Which would be why they're trying him as an adult. Yeah. If you never seen stab them in the heart. I mean, Like, sometimes something is your seat. You know, sometimes you got your seat. There's no overreaction if that's what actually happened. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. First things I ever said to him was, I can claim self defense, right? District already released the footage to media and legal teams. That seems like maybe not a good thing. Good for legacy thing. Yeah. Does show the stabber not defending himself. Yeah. Premeditated murder. Mm. Yeah, I imagine that his legal team will probably go for like a manslaughter offense or manslaughter charge. Man, you gotta be overseas. Yeah. I feel like there's more to be story, probably. So things are looking very good for Mamdani in New York City. Glad to see that. Not even good. See to get bleachers. Yeah. Looks like he's not going to get the majority needed for like first round or mayor. Yeah, Mamdani is running for mayor of New York City, and or actually, what he's running for is to be the Democratic candidate. He's running for Democratic candidate for mayor of New York City because the actual mayoral election is going to be later this year. Um, yeah, it's for the Democratic nominee. Yeah, New York City has ranked choice voting. Ocasio Cortez. Yeah, I like her well enough. She's not perfect, but she's generally pretty good. Like she's smart. She's funny. She's willing to call bullshit. Is a Republican? Irrelevant. The Republican candidate is irrelevant, Uncle Buck. Um, it's going to be down to like Eric Adams is going to be running as an independent. Uh, if Mamdani wins the Democratic nomination, I think Cuomo has said that he's going to run as an independent as well. Imagine New York having a Republican mayor. Yeah. But yeah, it's looking like right now it shows on the CNN website. Um, 89% with 89% of the votes in. Mamdani has 43.5%. Cuomo has 36.3%, which is a pretty healthy lead. And what's important is that I suspect most of the people, or at least a significant number of people, probably most, frankly, who ranked Mamdani number one, odds are they didn't rank Cuomo number two. Hey, Nancy. Mamdani. He doesn't have the majority, so it is going to go to the ranked choice, which is apparently going to be like July 1st that'll come out. Hey, Captain Howdy, do you support free speech? For the most part, yeah. So yeah, it is looking very good for Mamdani because like a lot of the people who supported him would have gone with Landers. Probably is going to be their the number two option for a lot of people. Wasn't Giuliani a Republican? Yes, he was. And the people who voted for Landers for number one are gonna put most of them put Mamdani at number two. Support free speech, but people need to shut the fuck up. Exactly. So Mamdani is in a very good spot, I think. Muslim gay rights don't exactly match. Oh, he's he's a New Yorker. Hey, Michaela. What it comes down to, Nancy, is hey, Hunter. Mamdani is a New Yorker. He may not have been born there, but he's lived there for a long time. He's lived there for a good few years, and he loves the city, and he is very much a New Yorker now, which means he is very much pro queer rights, including trans people. By the way, he's like Cuomo is not a New Yorker. Cuomo just moved to New York in time for the mayoral election. The only reason he's running for mayor of New York is because it's an open position. Gotta have a decade under your belt to be a real New Yorker. Not necessarily. I mean, like I said, Mamdani loves New York City. Andrew Cuomo does not. Andrew Cuomo does not give a shit about New York City. The only reason he wants to be mayor is because he thinks he can win it. What New Yorkers consider Nani? I mean, a lot of people in New York very much consider Mamdani to be a New Yorker as well. Like I said, I mean, like he's pro queer rights. Hey, Killface. Pro trans rights. He's like, I feel way he said something about supporting transition for trans youth. So I mean, like he's don't think he's even since 2018. I'm also glad you didn't miss me, Killface. New York is, again, it is very much a, what I would say is New York is a city of immigrants. Not just like people from outside the country, but like it's like New York is a city that attracts people who from outside the city. Yeah, I mean, he's lived in the U.S. since he was 7, and actually New York City. His family moved to New York City when he was 7. How's the job market going? Terribly. And yeah, 2018 he was naturalized as an American citizen. And I mean, dude's a socialist. And yeah, I mean, I feel like New York City is kind of a city of outsiders. If you can make it there. And yeah, like I said, I mean, his family moved to New York City when he was 7. So he knows the city pretty well, and I mean, and he loves it, and he loves it. Andrew Cuomo just wants power. Also, Cuomo is being endorsed by a lot of the worst people out there. That shitty ass libs of TikTok bitch. That fucking asshole supported him. Bill Clinton supported him because, hey, great, yeah. One sexual harasser endorsing another. What a shock there. Sexual deviant and predator, yep. Yeah, engaged in sexual harassment and then sued for the gynecological records of the women who accused him of sexual harassment. Because that's definitely a fucking normal thing for a governor to do. It's run by this woman who is absolutely fucking awful. I'm kind of blanking on her name. Doesn't matter, but it's one person, and the woman is just the worst. Six Bath and Body Works sprays, 6 lotions. Hope they all smell good. I also hope they smell good, Killface. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Yeah. I am hoping that once the second, like once the, so it looks like it'll be a week before we actually find out who's going to be mayor of New York City. But Things do look good for Mondani. I hope he does win. They're having a sale if anyone's interested. Apparently, like a lot of the candidates for mayor were like, talking about like who else they, because it's ranked choices. So like Mondani said, vote rank Landers number 2. Landers like rank Mondani number 2. Some of the others were like, hey, yeah, rank. Make sure to rank. Cuomo was asked about it, and he said that he's not ranking anyone else. He's only voting for himself, which is an exceptionally telling thing. Like he's not doing that because he thinks that he's the only one who can. He's not doing that because he thinks he's the best person for the job. He's doing it because he's a self-centered, power-hungry asshole. Who is contemptuous of everyone else. Not all politicians he dance like. They all think that they're like. They all think that they're the best person for the job. Like every politician who runs for office is doing it because they think they're the best person for the job. There's absolutely a level of arrogance needed, but like like Mandani's made a big deal about saying, this guy is my choice behind me. Like I think I'm the best, but this guy's my second choice. Like has made a big deal about endorsing Landers as as to rank number 2, and Brad Landers made a big deal about how his voters, people who vote for him, should put Mondani number 2. So like it's, and other candidates for mayor were doing the same thing, saying who they think that should be, who to rank. He's got the cutest lance and fleece thrifting too. Like the EOS strawberry lotion that smells so good. So yeah, I do think that like these guys are showing that while you can have the arrogance to think you're the best person for the job, you can also have the humility to say, hey, other people would do well too. Who's the current mayor? Eric Adams. Eric Adams is the current mayor. He left the Democratic Party on account of he's awful. He is actually still going to be running as an independent. But yeah, because of a whole host of terrible shit, he basically ended up like, I'm not a Democrat now. And hopefully he loses in the actual election. Because, yeah, horrible dude. Just fucking horrible. Like sexual, like, you know, I think he's got like sexual harassment allegations. Uh, he's Democrats have always sucked. The Democratic Party is completely feckless. Like, there are a few members who are genuine fighters. As much as they're not as bad as the Republicans, but that's not saying much. And yeah, like the biggest problem is like there's a handful. Didn't know I thought that a female mayor. No. Yeah, like there's a few who are like actual fighters. Ocasio Cortez, Elon Omar, um, you know, a few others. Bernie Sanders, usually. There's a few who are like like are willing to throw hands verbally at least, and like, you know, I will fight what they're doing, but most of them suck. Most of them. The problem is like it's a gerontocracy. It's all the fucking old people. Are in charge. Like the old people are in charge, and they tell everyone not to fight. You know, they routinely give up ground on multiple issues. Hey, Lemon Orange. Like, ICE has always been out of control. From the time it was founded, ICE was bullshit. And yet, not a single fucking Democrat ever actually, like, tried to do anything about it. Sucked under Bush, sucked under Obama, sucked under Trump's first term, sucked under Biden, sucks now. ICE has been shit for 22 years. 21 years. Well, not 22 years. I think it was founded I think it was 2003 it was created. You know, it sucked for 22 years now. And not a single goddamn president ever did anything. We don't have ICE. No. Pete Buttigieg. I mean, he has his moments. And yeah, Israel, same thing. If a candidate, like if a Democrat criticizes Israel, the party does everything in their power to primary them, to get rid of them. The Democratic establishment fights way harder against its own members than it does the Republican Party. And yeah, ICE has gotten worse, but it sucked from the beginning. And yeah, it is like they are just straight up jackboots now. Just fucking abducting people off the street, like just no uniform, no badge, not marking their cars, just grabbing people and abducting them and disappearing them. The stuffies. And yeah, I mean, like the Democrats aren't actually doing anything about it. This is my seal, Sealy. I've had him since I was a child. This is Cove. He is our boy. He is from the visual novel Our Life Beginnings and Always. He's our boy. One person I'm trying to grab him. Yeah, I mean, because like it's so easy to impersonate Ice now. And this is Fang, the main character from the visual novel / rhythm game Goodbye Volcano High. A cool envy. Our boy. See, those are your favorite. I love childhood stuffed animals. Yeah, it's yellowed from tobacco smoke, cigarette smoke. I like it needs to be fucking bleached. Like I'm not joking. Like what it needs is bleach. That's the only way to get it properly cleaned. Because it's supposed to be white. Like it's supposed to be white. Yeah, so like they've given like Democrats have basically given up on him. Like they'll criticize like certain aspects of the policy, like you shouldn't be sending them to third party countries. But even then, the parties basically stopped fighting. Like even on like even when it comes to like even when it comes to like immigrants being sent to third parties, Democrats aren't really fighting it anymore. They're not making a big deal out of it. And I mean, they've completely ceded. When it comes to immigration, they have completely ceded the argument to Republicans. They've adopted the Republican standpoint of immigration is out of control. We got to do something about all these immigrants. Like they might they might complain about certain aspects of how the Trump administration is doing it, but they're not actually arguing the base argument. Um, Trans rights, again, they have just 100% ceded that argument to Republicans. Um, Israel, both parties completely agree on that one, though they always have. Healthcare, they're not really, the Democratic healthcare plan, Obamacare, was just the Heritage Institute's policy proposal from the 90s. They haven't really done much there. Not as vocal mean about it. Yeah, I mean, Obama ramped up deportations. He deported more people than Bush did. And Biden was the same. He did a lot on deporting people. And it got them jack shit politically. Like they got absolutely no support out of it. Obamacare did some good, yes. But like I said, is one of those things where like, yeah, they ramped up deportations. They were like, oh, gotta stop all this immigration. And what happened? They got called weak on immigration. They got accused of they were accused of basically smuggling in immigrants for votes. Like they were like they just it did not win them anything. Being hard on immigration did not win them one single solitary vote. What it did was move the Overton window so that, oh, hey, the most extreme Republican attitudes then became the center. So, I mean, like, giving up on that, like, giving up that argument when it comes to immigration, no fucking reward for the Democrats. Same thing going on right now with trans rights. Democrats are not even trying to argue on that one. And what's the reward for throwing trans people under the bus? They get accused of pushing an extreme transit. Oh, they get accused of wanting to trans everybody. Every fucking time, like every fucking time, the Democrats try to triangulate to like for a centrist position, it gets them fucking nothing. Meanwhile, what happens when Democrats push back? They're wildly popular. Yeah. Tim Walz. He pushes back hard against all that shit. And he gets elected. Ocasio-Cortez pushes back. And she's one of the most popular people in Congress. Even in red states, the most popular Democrats, the Democrats who do the best, who come closest to winning or who actually do win, they're the ones who say, no, I'm not playing your fucking game. Thinking Bush would be our dumbest, biggest embarrassment yet. Dave Pritzker's going to run for president. Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking social, like, he's a weird case where he's a billionaire who's also really fucking good. Hey, Cat, in the house sometimes. Yeah. But the point remains, the Democrats who fight are the ones who are most popular. The ones who constantly give ground, people don't actually like them. They get elected because they're in safe Democratic seats. Chuck Schumer doesn't actually have to worry about losing an election because he's in a safe seat. He's like, he's in a position where those people vote Democrat. He doesn't have to worry about losing. Instead of New York. They're popular. Like, Ocasio-Cortez is popular nationwide. Tim Walz is popular nationwide. We lost our very decent Democrat senator, and he pushed. But like in general, yeah. Yeah, I'm blanking on her name, but a few years back, woman who ran for governor of Texas, she did really well, like beyond expectations. How did she do it? By running as a leftist. Population. I think they are. I think if you did a nationwide poll, I think Ocasio Cortez would probably poll higher than Nancy Pelosi. Is that what I said? But I mean, even there, like, Democrats and leftists in the South are probably gonna be bigger fans of Cortez than Pelosi. Glenn Crump's doing one-term president, which and the fact that he didn't like the fact that he still ran for re-election. Yeah, fuck Biden. Compared to Nancy Pelosi, anyone will. But that's my point. Like Pelosi is unpopular because she triangulates so much. Too old now. That yeah, exactly. And she won't fucking let go. She won't just say, you know what? I'm old. Uh, the policies I push for now, I will not live to see the consequences. I'm going to give up my seat and endorse somebody who is younger, who has that fire in them to push for a better tomorrow. She won't fucking do that. She just clings onto power. Chuck Schumer just clings onto power. Who is that? Who is that guy who recently fucking died in office? That Democrat. Like, right? Yeah, it was like Ocasio Cortez was running for some uh, position, and Pelosi endorsed uh, an old dude who had cancer, and then that dude fucking died in office, and because of that, and in fact, I think the Democrats have. I think there are currently 3 empty seats in Congress because of Democrats who fucking died. Age limits should be real in these government. They should, because there comes a point where like you will not live to see the consequences of your policies. Recently, David Hogg was chair of the DNC, and Hogg said that, you know, hey, maybe, just maybe, we should have some of these old ass people retiring. And for daring to say that, he got ousted. Can't believe Grassley and McConnell are still alive. Yeah. Like like David Hogg, whether you like him or not, he had a legitimate argument. having people in their 80s in office, there is a genuine risk that they will die and leave an empty seat, or leave a seat that ends up being filled potentially, or like temporarily filled by like a Republican governor or whatever. So laying the feet until day, bitch. Going passes. Blame Mitch for a lot of the situation. Yeah, Mitch is terrible. Mitch is genuinely awful. And like just absolutely unashamedly hypocritical. Like that's the thing. That's the thing that kind of gets me about him. Is he is so blatant. Is like often he is so fucking blatantly hypocritical. What he did with the Supreme Court, he should have been fucking evicted from office as that fucking moment. The very fucking moment that he chose to have a vote on, I think it was Coney Barrett. He should have been evicted that fucking moment. Like he should have been kicked out of office that goddamn moment, because it's just the most blatant hypocrisy that anyone has ever seen in politics. 2016. Ginsburg dies. What was it? February? Like 8 months before. Like there's like 8 months before the election. Is Kavanaugh? No, it was Coney Barrett, I think. Yeah, like back in 2016. Oh, you're talking about in 2016, the Kavanaugh, yeah. Yeah, back in like 2016, Ginsburg died like 8 months before the election. And Mitch McConnell's like, oh, it's election season. It's election season. We should leave it to the voters to decide who should get to appoint the next. Who should get to appoint the next Supreme Court justice? Huh? We can't vote for a judge in an election year. It's an election year. We can't appoint the Supreme Court justice in an election year. Skip to 2020. Another justice dies like 3 fucking weeks before the election. And McConnell like fucking forces Coney Barrett through. That was just the most blatant case of hypocrisy ever. And he did not even bother trying to hide it. It was purely like he just fucking admitted, well, we have the votes for it. We have the votes for it. Like just straight up just fucking said, oh, we have the votes for this one. Did not even try to deny that he was a lying sack of shit. Like it was just the most inescapable evidence ever that he was a lying sack of shit. Just a hypocritical, opportunistic fucking asshole. I'm voting against Trump more often, even though she's a Gilead villain. Yeah. And by the way, he pushed through somebody who was wildly unqualified. Coney Barrett was not qualified to be Supreme Court Justice. That's not my opinion. That's the opinion of the American Bar Association. That's the opinion of people who actually like analyze whether someone is qualified for any sort of judicial position. Cannot trust a white man with an Asian wife. That's wrong, but it's reflected. You're not wrong. A lot of white dudes kind of fetishize Asian women. So you're not really wrong. Anyway, I'm gonna get going now. Waiting for Katenji Brown Jackson to work some magic and Amy Kuna Bear. Yes. So, gonna get going for now. I'll be back tomorrow. should probably do some cleaning tonight and tomorrow. Need to clean my room. Need to clean my space before I go to my mom's. So, good night, everybody.